Weird screws I've known. This is from a Kamisori, and it won't go into my clamp with this little decorative piece. So what do we do about it? Let me show you. So if you've been given this Kamisori, and I've already taken it apart, it's a UFO screw with a kind of a thick washer here that goes in here. So I've already taken it apart. But here's the problem is when I go to put this in my clamp, it's not going to go because I've got this skull. So how do I take the skull off? There's a little tiny star bit in here. Let me let you zoom in. You see that little piece right there? My smallest little star bit I have, which is, says CRV T6, so it's a T6 size, will fit into that hole. And take that out. And that should loosen it up. Take my skull off. Then I can sharpen it. And just popped off. Don't lose those little screws. And you may clean underneath there. See, it gets kind of rusty. I have a little brush that I'll get in here and clean good with alcohol. And get all that out of there. But that goes, don't lose these pieces. That's going into here. And then you just make sure you put it all back together afterwards. Now it'll fit in my clamp well. And I can sharpen it. So that's a weird screw with a Kamisori. See, it's got kind of a brush finish and a very shiny little semi-convex edge. I think I might sharpen this as a semi-convex. It's not. I'm thinking this is probably used for dry cuts a lot. It's Hitachi Japan Typhoon. So let's get busy and let's sharpen the shear. Exactly this is. These I'm sharpening a little bit different because these are high-end shears that I'm putting a semi-convex on. So I'm going to polish them all the way down to the edge and then knock my burr off. See, I don't want to take off that brush finish, see? Some people ask me why I don't polish all the way to the edge, and sometimes I do, as you see this time. It just depends on the circumstances. want to knock my inside burr off. It's gone. That's gone. I can still feel burr when I run it down here. Do I want to go back to get that outside burr off? I think I'd rather get it off with a nail buffer. That did it mostly. Oh, just as smooth as it can be. Very, very rough. And this is a nail buffer 3000 grit. If you have trouble finding these, we sell these on our website, but beauty supplies very often will have them. So I'm going to clean these up, put them back together, and then test them. I'm putting them back together. I've got to put the little skull back into place. Don't lose that little teeny hex screw. So I said I was going to clean that up. Maybe I need to clean that up a little bit more. You don't want rust to start down in there, do you? Okay. Put that little skull back in place. And that's actually the threads that screw's going to hold on to. So that's going to give double holding that skull on that shear. I think that's good. Need to put that back where I can save it, not lose it. And then this is just a regular, like a double split screw that goes in here. So see, the only thing that keeps that from backing out is just this rubber gasket, just friction, and the fact that it's a split screw. I mean, it'll hold okay, but it's not my favorite style of screw for holding a shear well. There's my little tool. Got to find the right positioning on it. This came to me loose, so it tells me it has a tendency to loosen up. I think they're fairly expensive shears. I'll Google them and look them up for you in a minute. So when I think I got the adjustment right, I get a piece of tissue, cut through that. Nice and sharp. Double check that adjustment. Do a nice wiggle. And let's see if it cuts wet. Just a bit of pressure. Do a little hair cutting. A little chopped up mannequin here. Oh, nice cut. No push. Did that loosen up? Yeah, do you see how it loosened up? Not a lot you can avoid on this. You can't switch out different types of screw. Well, that is what it is. The person that bought these, I'm sure bought them because they're pretty. But I'm going to call those done. And that's the way you deal with that screw. So if you're new to my channel, I always forget to welcome the new people. We're a community of sharpeners, and you might want to join us on our Facebook page, which is Sharpeners Jam Group. You can also go to our website and download some information if you're interested in coming in for sharpening training. We also sell shears, and I don't have any with skull screws. That's just not our style, but we do have a dragon, but it doesn't mess up this area here. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I've got a whole bunch of videos on weird screws. Let me pop it up here so that you can watch those. If you're interested in how different shears should be assembled and taken apart.